The snow-white owl is beautiful and strangely comforting as well. This juvenile was not immune to that which takes man and mystic creature alike. 'Tis a monstrous cyclops. Many a tale has been told about these one-eyed creatures. This pile of dirt is intermingled with bits of dark, cold coal. As Argonus slowly approaches the poisonous cloud, the daimon cocks his head, as if listening to a voice only one such as he can. Seconds pass before the beast turns his attention to the sailor trembling before him.
Never has there been a time when Thanatos was commanded to forsake those souls he was sent to gather. And yet, this is the will of Hades, the one to whom I am subject.
Once again, the daimon looks away before finally letting his dark gaze settle upon Argonus.
I fear this was brought to be by thine own hands, Argonaut. For without thy influence, the Lord of the Underworld would not hold me hands. If I am to go forth, one must take my place. For if I cannot harvest the souls of those who remain between life and death, then the son of Argus must suffice.
Thanatos lifts a claw into the air, and without further explanation, utters a single word.
Menas ignis.
Argonus screams as his hand is momentarily enveloped in flame. Just as quickly as it arrived, the pain passes. As the sailor looks upon his new hand in both horror and the daimon begins to dissipate, leaving only the smell of ash in its wake. Moments later, that too fades from this world.
Forgive this historian, as I find it impossible to fully comprehend, much less lay onto parchment, that which concerns the burden laid upon me by the daimon. It is as if proper words seek to evade me, refusing to form upon my lips. In the days that I stood ready at Jason's elbow, I can recount only one kindred encounter, one worthy of both bards and those who would gather at the poet's feet. Listen to this tale if you have ears to hear. We had brought mighty Argo to shore on Limnos, the Sintian Isle, under the cover of darkest night. As our feet found dry ground, we were set upon by towering men, pale like the moon itself, and laden with sword, spear, and axe. As Helion, son of Helios, fell, mortally wounded in the grave battle, a great billow of smoke appeared, and a disfigured hand formed within it. That is when I beheld Helion's soul rise from his mortal frame and depart this world. And although my mind cannot hold fast to this new encounter, nor this hand that I now possess, Thanatos' last words of mystery burn like flame before my eyes. For if I cannot harvest the souls of those who remain between life and death, then the son of Argus must suffice. I have done the very thing that my brethren could not. I have stared...
The air about Argonus suddenly grows heavy, and without warning, a rift opens, and the favored daughter of Zeus steps through. Athena smiles at the sailor. Well done and done, Argonus. You have proved yourself much more than a historian, much more than a simple sailor. And now, I sense in you a new thing, the goddess says, tilting her head. Do not withhold this gift from those who sailed blue seas and grey swells. Nor should you give up on your brethren, for while many have fallen, some still live. Again, I say to you, seek them out and save them. For the ones that have brought them low, you have now seen with your own eyes. Stheno and Euryale, creatures of madness and spite. Athena's eyes narrow as she speaks with great authority. Gird yourself for what is ahead, son of Argus. Do not grow weary, for fair Athena is with you, and a boat awaits. The goddess slowly nods her head, and without another word, is taken up into the sky. Three harpies, their stench as foul as their temperament, circle endlessly in the skies above. This pile of dirt is intermingled with bits of dark, cold coal. Flint and steel are inadequate to start a fire by themselves. A soft tinder is required to produce the flame. Argonus shudders, ill at ease under the watchful eyes of the maleficent harpies. The name of this woman, or where she was returning from, will never be known. It appears that little time was spent in crafting this small table and accompanying. Although no fire burns within, this clay stove is still warm to the touch. The terror that has a grip on this island has easily overtaken this man. With neither cow nor ox in sight, this cart would appear abandoned. Wooden planks and animal skins do not a comfortable bed make. This silver drachma is oddly struck, bearing the image of a grinning skull. The poorly constructed shelf is laden with bottles, vases, and foodstuff. This appears to be a note, written on fine parchment. The note reads, "Celius, the beast upon the hill must once again be appeased. Its appetite for riches is becoming insatiable." It is signed, Tallius. The great Phidias of Athens himself could not craft a sculpture so lifelike, yet lifeless. This boy was caught off guard and had little time to discern friend from foe. The chalky fleece of this ewe is wanting for a shearer's work. With a quick stroke, Argonus removes a small clump of the beast's fleece. Combined with flint and steel, the wool will serve as tinder and, no doubt, produce a fine flame. More wood is required to make an adequate amount of coal. Three harpies, their stench as foul as their temperament, circle endlessly in the skies above. The chalky fleece of this ewe is wanting for a shearer's work. A few uninteresting items rest upon this table. This wooden chest is adorned with silver embellishments and a simple keyhole. Wooden planks and animal skins do not a comfortable bed make. Book 3, Forges and Fire. Based on his posture, it is obvious that the terror that haunts this isle caught this man by surprise. This stone forge is bereft of coal and, for the moment, useless. It would appear a piece of the forge is missing. These silver adornments have been left as an offering to the god Hephaestus. Deep scratches mar the top of this stone pedestal. The visage of Hephaestus, god of the forge, has been painstakingly carved into marbled stone. His mighty hammer looks powerful enough to destroy or break open almost anything. Marbled stone shifts as the spirit of Hephaestus enters the ornate statue shaped long ago by human hands. The god of the forge regards Argonus with unblinking eyes.
Who is this man before me? Surely not one who strikes the iron, nor one who stokes the fire. Nay.
The god continues, his brow furrowed.
They are no more, having fallen to that which fair Athena hath unleashed. Do not be deceived, sailor of the Argo. While it was Perseus's hand that sundered head from shoulders, the heart that drove the blade was assuredly that of the goddess.
Hephaestus pauses, deep in thought. When he speaks again, it is slow and measured.
I am loath to meddle in my sister's quarrels, either to directly help your quest to find your countrymen, or abate the scourge being wrought by the Gorgon's sisters. And yet, if you return the gold stolen from my temple, and tend my forge, I will grant you a light to drive away darkness.
The benevolent god nods before the statue becomes still once again. Small bits of crushed flowers flake the rounded edge of this pestle. The remains of baskets are strewn upon the rocks. Perhaps these once contained offerings meant to satiate the beast. The gaze from the griffin brings the sailor pause. Argonus slowly retreats, leaving the golden treasure be. Gold can be seen, scattered throughout this massive nest. During his adventures, Argonus has beheld many a fabled beast. None, however, compare to the majesty of this creature, both lion and eagle. The gaze from the griffin brings the sailor pause. Argonus slowly retreats, leaving the golden treasure be. Unless repaired, this discarded cot is of little use. This appears to be nothing more than a simple basket, perhaps used in a religious ceremony. Argonus adds the golden apples he is carrying to the basket. This woman, no doubt a worshipper by her garment, shall forever pluck at wild flowers. Golden apples such as these could seduce both man and creature alike. Argonus approaches the griffin cautiously, glancing anxiously toward the skies before setting the gold-laden basket upon the sod. The beast immediately takes notice, as the treasure is simply too great to resist. After a moment, it leaves its hoard unguarded. All at once, the air is replete with the rush of wings and unearthly screams. The dogs of Zeus descend as one, intent on claiming the savory prize as their own. Although fear grips his breast, Argonus makes haste, quickly seizing several of the golden pieces before the unearthly combatants take notice. The gaze from the griffin brings the sailor pause. Argonus slowly retreats, leaving the golden treasure be. It is unclear from where the griffin stole this armor. Regardless, gold is not an ideal metal to be used in battle. Like a hunter returning with prized spoils, Argonus holds the golden artifacts high, and the statue of Hephaestus stirs.
Well done, Argonus,
The god of smiths says, nodding.
While I will not interfere with that which has been set into motion, mighty Hephaestus can instruct, can he not?
The god motions to the forge.
4 things are paramount, Argonaut. Coal for the fire, air to stoke, metal to shape, and a tool to shape it.
He then points to Argonus.
Sailor, historian, mapmaker, and soon metallurgist. Surely your father Argus would approve.
And with that, Hephaestus looks away and moves no more.